like to know, and we want happiness. These are the three things. No one wants to die. That means Sat. Everyone wants to know, the inquisitiveness, because our Creator is the source of knowledge. So Sat Chit, and then comes the Ananda. The Sat Chit Ananda, Satchidananda. The Vedanta, it goes on practicing and then inquiring, and then come to, after the research, come to the truth, the knowledge. It is not that someone told and then we are following it. So Hinduism has no creator. That is the uniqueness of the Hinduism. So this is the first thing that we three. Secondly, they say that our goal is the Ananda. The ultimate goal of human life is Ananda. We are searching all because Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. So the rishis, they say, from the Ananda, everything has come down. Everything has been created. Then what is this Ananda? We get Ananda sometimes when our desires are fulfilled, our dreams are fulfilled, we become happy, Ananda. But at the same time, it goes away for some time only. That we want the permanent Ananda. And for the permanent Ananda, where we will get the permanent Ananda? Then we notice that when we are sleeping, then we forget our body, then goes to the dream world, then if dream that also goes away, and we enter into a place where it is only Ananda. And we come back and we get up and say, look at that when I was not the body, I forgot my body because I was sleeping. Then also the mind, I forget the mind because I was not dreaming, but I was enjoying. So that means when I don't have the body, I don't have the mind, I go into Ananda, happiness. After the dreamless sleep, no one complains, oh, I didn't see the dream. No one complains. So everyone is happy that I didn't see the dream. And sometimes, suppose you become a king of the England and all that, that dream when breaks, you become unhappy. Oh, I was going to be coronated, then someone called me. So that may be a dream only. But when there is no dream, I come back and always say, I'm happy. That proves when there is the source of joy. That see, the Hindus, they go in practicing and then they come back and give this. So how to reach to this joy? So I have to forget my body. How I forget the body? They sit for meditation, goes into a dream world. And what is the dream world? Within my heart, my God is sitting and I am worshipping my God. And slowly I forget my body, me and my God. So I am there. So that is also imagination. And then I merge with that God. Then ultimately I go into that happiness. So that is called first, second, third, fourth. Chaturtham, the fourth stage, the Turiya. Up to Shushupti, that's a Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. In the Vedanta, the terminology, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. And then the Susupti, you come back, you are bound to come back, and then after coming back, you are that same old person. But if you can cross the Sushupti knowingly, through meditation, go into the fourth stage, which is called Turiya, then you come back Buddha. The Gautama went into that, came back, he became Buddha. So that is our goal, to become Buddha or the source of happiness or the knowledge. But sometimes they say it is so difficult, so why not something else? Swami Vivekananda, he gave the call, chalo, ebar devata hoite hoibe. ছিলে পশু, a selfish person. Then হইয়াছ মানব, now you're a considerate person. Now a person of love, so devata. But he didn't say Bhagavan or Ishwar. Why? Because Bhagavan is the creator. Ishwar is the creator. Ishwar is ruling. So it's not Bhagavan or Ishwar. It is Devata. And who is the Devata? The highest personality. And after that, you become that Brahman. But when you talk about Devata, the word Devata means it is duality. So Devata means the duality we have to be Devata. So Devata hoite hoibe. So before we go for to become Devata, let us pray and try to imagine the God with form. And the Hindus have two different approaches with God without form and God with form. And with God with form, we will have that in the Madan Mohan Ashtakam. Right? Madan Mohan Ashtakam? Jaya Shankha Gadadhar Nila Kalevar Pita Patambar Dehi Padam Jaya. Jaya Shankha Gadadhar Nila Kalevar. Because the lunch that they serve to me, it becomes like this. Jaya Shankha Gadadhar Nila Kalevara Pita Patambara Dehi Padam Jaya Chandana Charchita Kundala Mandita Kaustubha Shobhita Dehi Padam Jaya Rankaga. That the form that you can imagine, Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhari, that Vishnu. But Vishnu, the word means Vistareti Vishnaha. The Hindus always will take you to that. All pervasiveness, all pervasiveness. And they say Brahman. What is Brahman? Bringhati eva Brahman. The Bringhati means Vishala, huge, everywhere. And this Vishnu also everywhere, but with a form and some quality. So it becomes easy for us to connect. Without form, without quality, what to think of? So they give the form. Chandana Charchita, Kundala Mandita, or we can imagine the beautifully dressed. Jaya Pankajalochana Maravi Mohana Papa Bikhandana Dehi Padam Jaya Benu Ninadaka Rasha Viharaka Bangima Sundara Dehi Padam Jaya Sham. Pankaja Lochana, the eyes are very big, big eyes, and that Mara Bimohana, he's so beautiful, even the god of love, he is also confused, the Mara, he is also cannot. Papa Kandana, he takes away all our sins, breaks all the sin. Jaya Benuninadaka. Who is the Benuninadaka? Krishna. Now, from the Vishnu comes the Krishna. In between, Rama is there, but he have not mentioned. Because from the Vishnu, it is Rama, then it is Krishna, then Ramakrishna. You must be remembering that the Sri Ramakrishna's father, he saw in dream the Lord Vishnu is requesting, I like to become your son. So same Vishnu, he takes different form and become avatar. But the Brahman has no avatar. So jnana and then bhakti. We are approaching through bhakti, the Dvaita. So it says like this. Jaya dhira dhurandhara adbhuta sundara daivata sevita dehi padam jaya vishwa vimohana manasa mohana samsthiti karana dehi padam jaya shang. Dhira, but Dhurandhara. The Dhurandhara, sometimes the word that we use are not very good. Dhurandhar, that means very, very intelligent. But the God is truly very, very intelligent. So, Dhira Dhurandhara. This Krishna, he came and he saw that the Yudhishthir and Arjun both are crying, and all others are also crying. What happened? Now everyone is totally, all the whole family is crying. What happened? It was a crying day for the family or what? Then he said, actually, what happened? Arjuna gave the word that he will protect our Yudhishthira, and Yudhishthira will lead the attack on that day in the Mahabharata. He is the king. He is supposed to go alone to attack. Otherwise, that respect doesn't come. But Arjuna should be there at the back to protect him. The planning was there. Yudhishthira also started, and a huge thing naturally, and there was no the cordless phone. So how to communicate? So Yudhishthira thought that the Arjuna is coming at the back. Arjuna was also following, but suddenly he came to know that a group of people in the left wing, they're attacking and killing many of their supporters, Pandava supporters. The Krishna then advised, you better go over there, first finish them, then come again to protect the Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira never knew. The thinking that the Arjuna is at the back, he was going marching, and then he was not that good in fighting. So they covered him and didn't kill him, but insulted him. Then allow him to go back. In the evening time, he came back when the war, thing was over. Evening time, no war. So he came back and he was fuming. Where is Arjuna? Arjuna went over there, protected their own people, killed those enemies who were attacking. They were then came back, but very shy. Oh, I couldn't keep my word. When he came, then the Yudhishthira Unnecessarily, he could say that, hey, Arjuna, what have unnecessarily he said, I fire on your that bow. Arjuna's name of the bow was Gandiva. So I fire on that. The moment I never knew, I forgot it. So that's why I was asking. So any not that all the answer I know. So sometimes the Gandiva. So why you have unnecessarily criticized my Gandiva? Don't you know? I have promised whoever will insult my Gandiva, I will cut his head. For the Kshatriyas, their weapon is their God. For the Brahmana, the Japamala is their God. But for the Kshatriyas, their arms is the God. So what will happen? Now, Arjuna told what to do. Now, Yudhishthira also realized, oh, then he will kill me. What will happen? Both of them, they were crying. So Krishna got the news that they're crying. He came and he heard. Then he said, oh, for this is nothing. You insult your brother before everyone. And any respected person, when insulted before everyone, it is considered as death. Of course, the present day people, they don't consider it. All over the world, everybody is criticizing and insulting, and they say that, see, people are discussing about me. So the moment he said, Arjuna, of course, he did, insulting his elder brother. Then Arjuna said, elder brother is just like my father. So I have insulted my father. I have no right to leave. I have to commit suicide. Another problem. And these people were, whatever they thought, they used to do that. So Arjuna decided to commit suicide. Again, the Krishna, without taking rest, he came back and he said, what happened, Arjuna, this time? So this is the thing. You know what he said? If you appreciate yourself before others, anyone, respected person, appreciating oneself, that is like suicide. And every time nowadays in the modern society, we appreciate. I have I have passed from that school class 10, from there class 12, from there graduation, from there the MA. Then I tried two, three times MBA. I failed, but anyway, I tried. So but that way they go on giving the list and appreciating themselves. When they get tired, they say, please speak, give the talk for what you have come. So they give the talk. So this is the way we are constantly committing suicide. So this is called Mahabharata. It's not only the Mahabharata in the movie and then Pitamaha and all that. Mahabharata is a great teaching. And that's why Dharma Shastra. Mahabharata is the Dharma Shastra. It is not an epic like the Iliad Odyssey. It is a history. So this here we find he says the Dhira Durandara Adbhuta Sundara Daivata Sevita. He is doing that. Jaya Bhakta Janasraya Nitya Sukhalaya Antima Bandhava Dehi Padam. Jaya Bhakta Janasraya Nitya Sukhalaya Antima Bandhava Dehi Padam. But to keep that same tune, you have to go a little higher. Jaya Bhakta Janasraya Nita Sukhalaya Antima Bandhava Dehi Padam. When we'll be in the hospital, God forbid, and then there'll be and the doctors will put so many things, and the machine will go on, nobody will be there. And then at the outside, there will be written ICU. So from there only they will see. God forbid. So that is the time. Who will be there with you? Antimo Bandhava. This God will be with you. So that time you will see that God was a beautiful four hands, Shankha Gadadhara Neela Kalevar. He is standing there. So that's why we are praying Jaya Durjaya Shashana Keli Parayana Kaliya Mardana Dehi Padam Jaya Shankha Jaya Nita Niramaya Dina Dayamaya Chinmaya Madhava Dehi Padam Jaya Pamar Pavana Dharma Parayana Dana Vasudana Dehi Padam Jaya Shank. Jaya Veda Vidamvara Gopa Badhu Priya Brindavana Dhana Dehi Padam Jaya Satya Sanatana Durgati Bhanjana Sajjana Ranjana Dehi Padam Jaya. So look at the God, Veda Bidambara. Those who have realized the Veda, he is Bada, he is higher than them. At the same time, Gopa Badhu Priya. Those who are milkmaid, that these ladies, he is also available to them. So from the grass level to everywhere, grassroots level to everywhere. So that is the God. Everyone can love him. Everyone can get him. So Brindavanadhana. And where he is in the Brindavan. Jaya Sheba Vatsala Karuna Sagara Banchita Puraka Dehi Padam Jaya Puta Dharatala Deva Paratpara Sattva Gunakara Dehi Padam Jaya Shank. He gives the blessings to whom? Shevaka, those who are serving him. But serving the God means Not only that, you have to go to the temple and then offer the fruits and all that. That is also, but you are serving his own images in different forms. The birds, the animals, the poor, downtrodden, the illiterate people. He is in everything. And when we are serving him, Shevaka Batsala, he becomes very happy to those people. Oh, see, he loves me and he's serving me. So that's Shevaka Batsala. And he's Karuna Shagara. We make mistakes and we go on saying, I'm sorry, I won't repeat. Immediately, okay, next try. Again try. Karuna Sagara. Banchita Puraka. Whatever we pray, that he fulfills. The one friend of Swami Vivekananda, he used to come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, but surprisingly never asked anything. So Sri Ramakrishna noticed it. And I say, you come every time. So many people are asking so many things, but you never said anything. He says, I'm sorry, because they are asking for God realization, spiritual life. But I don't want that. That's why I'm a little ashamed to ask anything from you. And what do you want? I want money. I want to be rich. Sri Ramakrishna very happily said, you will be so rich that the elephant will be at your gate. That means you will become a king. Who can maintain an elephant? So that's why. Sometimes, if you go to the rich people, the problem is they don't understand. They will give you something, it will be troublesome. So one Brahmana went to a king. King, will you give me something? And king was purchasing elephants. So he purchased one elephant and gave it to him. Now the Brahmana, he himself was not having some food. Now he feeding the elephant is a terrible thing. So obviously that type of, so one has to be careful. But when Sri Ramakrishna said it is symbolic that you'll be very, very rich. He truly became very rich. And he was the first person to help Ramakrishna Mission Swamis. When the Swamis were in trouble, they used to go, they won't ask anything, they will be sitting in front of his room, in front of the house. And he will notice that son Swami has come, immediately will come and talk to them. So that was the blessings the Sri Ramakrishna gave. Vanchita Puraka, Puta Dharatala. Because of them, this world is purified. Deva Paratpara Sattva Gunakara. He is the embodiment of all the good qualities, Sattva Guna. Now, this point we have to keep in mind because next our discussion will Esho Devata Hoite Hoibe. Ebar Devata Hoite Hoibe. So that, what is the Sattva Guna? Devata means Sattva Guna. What are those? We will see that. Jaya Gokula Bhushana Kamsa Nishudana Saswata Jivana Dehi Padam Jaya Yoga Parayana Samsriti Bharana Brahma Niranjana Dehi Padam Jaya Shankar Jaya Shankar Gada Nirakalevara. In one hand he is holding the mesh, and then on the above that in the left side he is holding the conch, and the right hand top above hand the disc, and the lower one on the right side a flower, the devotion. Shankha Gadadhara, Shankha Chakra, Gada Padma. And this devotion, that hand which is holding the flower, the devotion, That is our prayer. Give that hand on us, our head, so we grow our devotion. So this is the Yoga Parayana. What is yoga? Union. Union with God. So we are Jivatma and he is Paramatma. What is the difference? The Ishara and Jiva. What is the difference? In this give the definition in this way. Maya Upohita Chaitanya is Ishara. Maya Upohita, covered, Chaitanya. The consciousness covered by Maya is called Ishvara. And then what is Jiva? Ahamkara Upohita Chaitanya. So if you write like this, Maya Upohita Chaitanya, then Ahamkara Upohita Chaitanya. So two words, one is Maya, another is Ahamkara. Now you remove the Maya and the Ahamkara. The Upohita means cover. So if you remove these two, what remains at the end? Chaitanya. So when we say that we can become God, so how it is possible? Because we are already God. We have forgotten that. Already God. So Maya Upohita. Maya means huge confusion and Ahamkara, a little confusion. And when you say I, then the morning the gentleman was telling what is the definition of Ahamkara, that's true. So when you say Ahamkara, we put the hand on the chest. And what is that? This body constantly changing. If you think that body is constantly changing, when I say I, do I mean the body which was on the lap of my mother, the tiny little one? Or little grown up, little grown up, little grown up? Which one? There's nothing. You will never find that. There is no ahamkara. And the mind is also constantly changing. Which one you will point out? This one, this one. You cannot. So this, what is the I then? Actually, there is no ahamkara. But we imagine there is an ahamkara. Then the Vedantin, they will give the example. So there was a rope, and you considered that rope as snake. And then you became terrified. Then you shouted for help. Then when the people came with the light, and you saw that it is only snake. To where from the snake came imagination. So when we imagine this world is our friend, as it becomes friend. When you imagine the world is against me, then you suffer. So this is the problem. Whatever you think, you project that on others. So someone looked at you, why he is looking at me? He must be a bad person there. And then this way you are thinking. And you, oh, see, he's appreciating my coat. Just now I got this coat. The morning someone gave. So I thought, okay. So then when you are looking at me, maybe I am looking bad, but I will appreciate. They're looking at my new coat. So you can think in two different ways. So if you think they're criticizing, you are suffering. If you think they're appreciating, you are happy. So this is the way if we think that everything depends on our thought, not on others. This point, we have to remember that we are making our own world. Now, we have to slowly go forward. How? First is the ritual. And what is the ritual? Every day you have to take bath and wearing the washed clothes and then sit for meditation, prayer, and then doing some puja, all these rituals. Sometimes, occasionally, going to the temple and there with other devotees, you are going to the same God, alone in the house if you are doing, and sometimes you are lonely. But when you go to the temple, the same mentality people are also there, so you get encouraged. Then you exchange views and then talk about that. So that is all called rituals. And when in the ritual, You go inside the temple and sometimes discussing, whispering, look at her plate, nothing is there. She must be a poor. Oh, sorry, sorry. So, like that, you are discussing, look at my plate, so many costly things I'm offering to God. God must remember it. And if the God is not remembering, at least Pujari should remember. So, so like that. And then next day, when we go and we ask Pujari that, do you remember that I offered the plate with costly things? The Pujari said, yes, yes, it was you. But today also I have given extra. So then that way I am happy. All rituals are going on. Suddenly you heard that somebody is telling, giving a discourse, and he is mentioning, don't be proud of anything because these things are not yours. It doesn't belong to you. Any time it may go away. Don't criticize others because you do not know what is going to happen next moment to you. Morality. So, what is the first step? Ritual. Ritual is a must. Without ritual, you cannot make forward. And it is like the basic school, the rituals. And then goes to the morality. When it is the morality, that you should not hurt others, you should not do this, you should not do that. If you notice in Hinduism, in the Upanishad, they never talk about morality. They start with, only in the Taittiriya Upanishad, which is supposed to be studied by the students, they say Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, like that. They say, you must tell the truth and you must stick to your duties and responsibilities, and that Pitri Devo Bhava, Matri Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Titi Devo Bhava, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, in the beginning only. After that, no Upanishad talk about that. Why? When you are coming to study Upanishad, we are expecting that you have already completed that. So obviously, the ritual part is over, morality part is over, then comes the mythology. Why the mythology? Because through the mythology, through the stories, and through the anecdotes, it goes deep into your mind. The many people they say, Maharaj, I listened to your talk in the YouTube, and you said that, of course, they mix up this and that naturally, and they will be saying, you were in the train, you were purchasing moody, and then what? After that, what? But anyway, that much I have to remember. That will be very good. When after that, did I say anything? That I forgot, but moody. But after moody is okay. The, this is the way people are learning. That is, first is the mythology, the story, beautiful stories they say, the mythology. And people sometimes they, oh, mythology, this is all mythology. But mythology is the main thing. It takes the whole thing in the mind. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave the beautiful story of in the mythology, and he says that there was a tree, and wish fulfilling tree, Kalpataru. And one person who he was very tired, he came and sat under the tree without knowing that it is a wish fulfilling. They say, oh, I'm so tired and so hungry, so thirsty. If the God could send me a full plate of food and the water and somebody to serve me, immediately from nowhere in that wilderness, a beautiful ladies they came, they served the food, and he never doubted. He ate that because he was hungry. He ate that, and then after that, he said, oh, it is so nice, good food. Now I should take rest. Oh, of course, it is all dirty there. If I could get a nice bed like the king, I could sleep like a king. And bed came. And he uh, sat on that. And that time he started thinking, suppose I go into deep sleep and cannot get up before the darkness is coming. The jungle is there. If the tiger comes, tiger also came. At the moment he thought about the tiger, tiger also came. And so wish fulfilling tree is dangerous. So when you are going under the wish fulfilling tree, you must be very careful. What is your wishes? Sometimes we wish this, sometimes we wish that, But when the wish are fulfilled, then no, 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 no. I never wanted this. The Rabindranath said, Jaha chai, taha bhool kore chai. Jaha pai, taha chai na. Whatever I wanted, I prayed. By mistake, I did that. And after getting that, I understood, oh, that was a mistake. I never wanted it. But that's the way you have to be careful. And mythology will teach you all the stories. The one person, a king, and he promised that whoever will come to me, I will protect him. His name was Shibi. You must have read the story, the Shibi. And when that was heard, that the gods, they said, well, this person is having this type of the oath. Let us go and test. So one became a pigeon, another became a falcon, and they came, both of them. Pigeon went and sat on the lap of the king and said, "Oh king, please protect me from this person. This bird is going to kill me." And the falcon told, "Sir, this is my food, so you have to give me it back." The king told, "See, I promised, and now he is taking the my shelter. I cannot give it back to you. But you need meat, no? I will give you a lot of meat." No, no, no. In that case, you have to give the same weight of the bird, meat from your own body. And that naturally the twist goes in this way. And the king started cutting his thigh with his own hand and started. But no, look at that. The little tiny bird is so heavy. The king was about to die. So much of the blood is going away. Other people said, no, 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 please don't do. No, I have to keep my promise, even if I die. And that condition, both the birds became the two gods. One is Dharma, another is Indra. So, no, you are really, really truthful person. You promised and you kept your promise. Whatever you promise, you must keep that. So that is the main idea. So when I was taking the oath in the American passport, then they were mentioning so many things. Then one line came, when necessary, I will take up the arms to fight for America. Then I raised the hand. I told, "Ma'am, I cannot say that because I have taken the oath of non-violence. I'm a monk. I cannot do that." "Oh, you are a monk, non-violence? No problem. Then put down and don't repeat these words. Others, please repeat." Just at my back, there was another Indian gentleman. He whispered, "क्या हो रहा है? बोल दीजिए ना, टाइम क्यों वेस्ट कर रहे हैं? जो भी बोलेगा कुछ नहीं करेगा." So this is the mentality. So बोलते देते हैं नहीं करेंगे, and we are so perfect in not keeping our promises, and still we think the religious. What is religion? एक बार दो वचनबद्धता. Swami Vivekananda said, it is like the elephant's tusk. It comes out, will never go back. Marat ka baat, hathi ka daant. It comes out, will never go back. Once I have promised, I will keep the promise. That is called religion. Even if I die, I am not going to go back from my promise. So this is all we learn from mythology. First, ritual. Second, morality. Third, then come philosophy. Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva, they all come and they explain. Shankara says this world actually that you see, it is not there. Madhva says ulta. Whatever you see, that is there. And the God and this thing are completely different. We are all sinners. We are all little. God is huge. Only thing that we can do, we can pray to God, and if He has mercy on us, then He will take us to Him. So Salukka, Sarujya, Sayuppos, all this, they will be saying that. In between, then came the Ramanuja. He said, no, he is also telling the truth, you are also telling the truth, in between. So then Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, then Dvaita. These are all philosophy. And where they differ? Creation. That is only. That the creator is okay. But the creation, whether it is there truly or not, one will say it is not. But the Madhava will say it is like the milk becoming yogurt or curd. It is like that. Then the Shankara said, if it becomes so completely different, the curd cannot go back to the milk state, then how you will realize God? Well, no, we are not going to realize God. We cannot become God. We only go near God. And all the time we have to beg for His mercy. Shankara said, no, that cannot be. We have to realize that. And then when we realize that, we should be completely free from all bondages. Jivan mukti sukha prapti he tabe janmadharitam. So these are the two different, that's called philosophy. The philosophy will explain you. Some people say, I like Shankara, so they follow the path of knowledge. Some say, no, Madhava is correct. They follow the path of duality. So this too goes on. Then finally, it is spirituality. And spirituality means becoming. You become that. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, some people heard about milk. Some people saw milk. And some people drank milk and became strong. And after drinking the milk, when you become strong, that is called spirituality. The ritual, then come morality, then come mythology, then come philosophy, and then finally spirituality. These are the 5 steps that we goes. But as a human being, we have a few other steps also. First is economy. That is the root. If you don't have monetarily sufficient support, then you cannot follow the religion. It is not possible. Constantly you have to think about where I will get the money. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Khali pete dharmo hayana. The empty stomach, you cannot practice religion. So you have to earn money. Each and every one should stand on their own feet. And the householder should not beg, should not stretch their hand to receive the support from others. That is only for the monks. Stretching the hand, no, one should not do that. That is exactly the economy is the root of our life. And we stand on that. Then after that come education. The moment you've started earning money, if you don't have the education, how to utilize that money, then naturally you will spend it for wrong things. So the stem is education. It is like a tree. Root is the economy, stem is the education, the branches are the cultures. And so beautiful way the cultures are depicted. Someone is, and they were mentioning, South India, you went to Satya Sai Baba's ashrama. So many varieties of culture they came. 40 different country. In the 40 different way they were singing. The same song in 40 different ways. At 40 different musics. So culture has so many varieties, cultures are there. In India also so many varieties. And after that come religion. That is the fruit. Religion is that. So for individual, religion is the highest. And then after, when you reach to the religion, you have solved your problem of food and staying and the clothings. What they say, roti kapda makan in Hindi, they say, long back when India was very poor, in the 70s, that slogan was there, roti kapda makan. The food and the staying and all the clothings, you solve the problem, and then comes the education. After the education comes the culture, and then after the culture comes religion. That fruit is the religion. And then when the religion begins, and the religion, first step is ritual. The ghum aa gaya kya? Now I will naturally have to go back. You must be tired. So ritual means this first is the ritual. And then come morality. Third, mythology. Fourth, philosophy, spirituality. Now we are going to religion only. এসো এবার দেবতা হইতে হইবে। First become a human, then এবার দেবতা হইতে হইবে। Then how we will become the devata, the divine potentiality? It is already there within us. So naturally, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. So if we have to realize the truth that we are that divinity, first we have to have Shraddha. And what is the Shraddha? When somebody says that you are divine, oh, it is not possible. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna pointed to Narendranath, you are the same rishi who were in the heaven. You have come over here. You said, don't say like this. So what people will think? You love me, that is okay. But so much exaggeration, that don't do that. No, I'm telling the truth. I can see this. So obviously, first is the Shraddhavan. And when they say, the Guru says, you have to manifest your divinity within and you have to become God. Eshweba Devata hoite hoibe. So that Devata means the divinity, it is already within us. I cannot go and purchase it from the store. It is already within us. Otherwise, we can never become. If already it is not there, I cannot manifest. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, each soul is potentially divine. It is there, potentiality is there, but we do not know. So, Devata hoite hoibe. The dharma and the humanity it goes, and that through the dharma, slowly, we will practice that and we will become that. Now, here the varna, ashrama, kula, acharana is all this we have to practice. Maya uditeshu avahita swadharmashu madastraya. It's Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he is telling to the Avadhuta, he is mentioning, instructed the Avadhuta, that be your own teacher. How? You have to be your own teacher. All the time you won't get the sadhu. It is not possible. How it is possible? Maya uditeshu avahitaha sadharmeshu madasrayaha swadharma. This is a great word he said. Then sometimes I'm a teacher, sometimes I'm a this and that, different type of professions are there. So I must be very happy with the profession, and I am very sincere about the Swadharma. I am practicing that, following that. Even a soldier, he must be proud of his own profession. But his profession is a different type of thing. But still, he says, no, I am killing people to protect my country people. So obviously, I am killing the enemies. So that is also a swadharma and no papa. And if he thinks what will happen to me and all, swadharma is the main thing. I saw one English movie, American movie, the little portion, but I liked it very much. Two friends from New York, and they grew up, and then afterwards one joined the army, another went for the higher study and became a professor or doctor. Then this man who joined the army, he was posted in the Middle East and he was in the warfield. And his small group, they were surrounded by the enemies. And one after another, his comrades in arms, they were dying. And that time a phone call came. And he received the phone call and his friend said, hey, I am going to marry you now. I like to give you the happy news. I'm going to marry that, whom you are going to marry or that lady? Is it? He is going to die. And the tremendous war is going on. One after another, they are dying. And the enemies are slowly closing. That time he is having fun with his friend. Is it that you are marrying that lady? Good. Otherwise, I was thinking when I return, I will marry her. Good that you have. And then he said, you have to come. So of course, I will try, but where you are now? He asked. That answer I liked. And he said, I am a soldier. So I am supposed to be in the war field. I am in the war field. If I survive this time, I will surely come and meet you both. So that he was not regretting. Do you know why I have joined the army? I never knew, so I'm so sorry. I'm going to die. Please remember me and cry for me at least for once. He never mentioned that. I'm a soldier. I've chosen this path, and this is my Shwadharma. That's why it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Swadharme Nidhanam Sreya, Paradharma Bhayavaha. Swadharme Nidhanam Sreya. I have chosen the path of the recluse, I have chosen the path of the monks. My is this, and I should be like that. So whether someone is becoming successful, getting the promotion, these, that, oh, if I was there, I'm also the same, the quality I'm having, the same college, the certificate I was also having. If I think in that way, I suffer in both ways. No. As a grihi, if he is there and is thinking in that way, so if I was there with him, I was supposed to be a monk, and now, oh my God, where I have come, what will happen to me? No. Once I have married, I am happy. Maybe my wife cannot cook properly. There's no problem. I will try. So like that, it goes on. But at this, all this time, then this way it always goes. But I'm happy. Husband and wife should be always happy like a friend. And they're joking each other. Sometimes they're having fun. This all goes, and life should be happy. And if you are not, then it becomes really, really a problem for yourself. Others, they will come, they will try to help that much. So one has to be happy. How? Swadharmeshu mad astrayaha. Mad means the God. I, the Supreme God, I am going to become Devata, a very holy person. How? By practicing my Swadharma. Varna, asrama, kula, acharanam, and atmakam, atma samacharet. Varna means the caste, asrama means the position, kula is the lineage, acharana, practices. Then akamatma, then unattached way we have to do. Now, I am a Brahmin. He's so much attached to that, the Brahmin, and he won't touch the food of others. Not like that. See, it must be unattached way. This life, I have become a Brahmin because in the previous life, I must have done something good. So my parents are very good. So I took that birth in with them. My asrama, my position is a very good position, but previously I did something good. So this life it is all right. But I do not know next life what will happen. So unattached, don't get attached with that. And kula, the lineage. And constantly I go on thinking, oh, they were there, they were. It should not happen like that. So my kula is okay. And then acharana, practices. That should be akatma or kamatma. Or means negative. Kama is desire. There's no desire in that. I was okay. That samacharet. This is the way we must purify our mind. And after the purification, what happened? We have to go to a holy person to learn this holiness. And how we will know that a holy person? I have to develop these qualities. First is Omani, the free from ego. He is not egoistic at all, nirahamkari. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was a famous Sri Ramakrishna that time. Mathur Babu passed away. Mathur Babu's son, he was then in charge. And Sri Ramakrishna was known as Chota Thakur, and the junior one. His brother was Bado Thakur. Thakur means the pujari, the worshipper. So Mathur Babu's son, he was not happy with Hriday Ram. So Sri Ramakrishna now the Bado Thakur, Hriday Ram Chota Thakur. Mathur Babu's son was not happy with Hidayaram and he asked his people to ask the Hidayaram to go away from the property. So he said, go and tell the Chota Thakur. But that person, he thought Chota Thakur means Sri Ramakrishna. So he came to Sri Ramakrishna's room and he told our Babu said, you must leave. Sri Ramakrishna asks 3 times, "Are you sure? Are you making mistake?" No, no, no. He pointed to you. You must go. So 3 times he asked. And 3 times he said, "Yes, it is you." Sri Ramakrishna immediately, without taking anything from the room, he came out and started moving. Luckily, that Jamindar, the landlord, he was sitting on his veranda, noticed that, and he saw that the the person, his own officer, he is also there, and Sri Ramakrishna going away. He immediately came out and shouted, "It is not you, sir. It is Hridayaram." And he scolded that man. "I told you that to Hridayaram, why you have said to..." Then he went to, "Sir, I'm sorry, I made the mistake. Please come back." "Oh, it is not me?" Okay, he came back. But when he said that you go and he was going away and come back, he came back. And he was telling, "Oh, it is Hridayaram." Okay, Hridayaram got the benefit. No problem for him. You will wonder, there was a Swami, Ramakrishna mission is like the British king. The king is state, long live the king. Like that it goes. In the Ramakrishna mission also, when the moment the president, the Swamiji is dead, immediately another senior Swami will be selected as a president. He will be declared as the president till the election goes. And after the election, then whoever. Now, there's old Swami, he was there, he used to stay. If you have visited Belur Math, just in front of the Swamiji's temple, there's a 2-double-storied building is there. He used to stay over there. And when the one President Swamiji passed away, then the authority, they went, "Maharaj, from this moment you are the president of the Ramakrishna Mission." Okay, hey, I am the president. Then he was happy. Then after the whole, this thing was over, election and all that, it takes a month to, because we also cast vote who will be the president. So after that, after 1 month, again they went and told Swamiji, "We are sorry. Now you are no more president. Hey, from today I am not president." For him, the becoming president and receiving the garland, it was okay. And the next day there was no garland. They announced only, "You are no more president." Okay. So that is called Amatsa Amani. The Mani Amani. But Amatsaro, free from jealousy. So how to become God? These are the qualities. এবার দেবতা হইতে হইবে. Who can become Devata? First, he is not having the ahamkar. He is having the self-respect. People cannot go and just cross the border. He has that personality. But then it says, that he is not. When the jealousy comes, I'm longing for that and not achieving that. So obviously jealousy comes. I don't want that. So why should I have the jealousy? So that jealousy, we have to be free from the jealousy, because this world is so temporary. So we do not know what is going to happen the next day. If you think in that way, whatever I have achieved, whatever I have got, I'm happy. I'm striving for the better one, next future, but I'm not jealous. Suppose he has got it, it's okay, next time I will get that. So that jealousy. Then nirmama, he has not attachment. This is my building, this is my thing, this is my that. Even sometimes when the devotees come to the ashrama, they start having that. This is our ashrama. You should not do this, you should not do that. At the back of the Swami, they will do that. And all bad names goes to the Swami. The Swami they think the Swami has kept him to do that. But no, Swami never knew. But he there, "Hey, this is our ashrama, so you should not do this, you should not do that." So this also goes, but one should not have. If you have the way you think that this is mine, and that is called the Grihastha approach. The Grihastha, all is, it is me and mine, that is Grihastha. And the moment you think that is not mine, it is thine, is sannyas. This two only. The one of our Swami was crossing the Ganga by boat. Then office goers from this bank, they were going to Calcutta. They were also there. The Swami was transferred from Belur Math to another center on the other side in the Calcutta. So naturally, he was carrying the bag full of books and this clothing and all whatever belongings. And they were joking. Look at the Swami. He is having two, three boxes. And we see that we are grihasti, we are having only one bag and nothing there. Then the Swami was going on hearing two, three, four times when they were having the nice pan. Suddenly he said, hey, come, let us have a this way. I am throwing all my four bags in the water. You also throw that one. But you know, I'm having the laptop and all the papers of the office. I cannot throw. You see, I can throw all everything. This moment. But that one tiny bag you cannot throw because you are attached to that. I am not attached at all. So that difference is there. That's called nirmama. In Bengali, nirmama means nishtura. And ruthless. No, it is not there. Na mama iti. In Sanskrit, when they say, it is not mine. It doesn't. Before my birth, I never knew this word. After my death, I don't care what will happen to this world. Why only for 60, 70, 80, 90 years? Why I should be so much attached to this? This should be this, that should be that. Why I am thinking in that way? That is the way we have to withdraw ourselves. And it says the great love for the own guru. The great love for the guru. Guru is God. Guru comes from there. But that comes through one person. That we see guru. But one thing you must keep in mind, if even the guru is asking to do some immoral thing, you should not do that. No. Swami Vivekananda, he was asking his disciples, hey, I did so much for you. You accept me as my guru, right? Yes. And suppose I become immoral tomorrow. How many of you will follow? All of them, they raised their hands. Only one boy didn't. He was sitting quiet. And he turned to, hey, Gupta. Gupta, he was, many of you know in the biography, Sadananda. He said, Swamiji, I loved you because of your ideology. It's not the human, it's the ideology. And if you lose those ideologies, sorry, I cannot follow you. That is a true Shishya. And if the Guru said, go and kill them and criticize them, don't talk to them, they are our enemy. No, sorry, they may be enemy of 2 years, but I am friendly. I don't have any problem. So narrowness when they are teaching, that cannot be our Guru. When it's segregating ourselves, that cannot be the Guru. So who is Guru? In the morning they were chanting over here. I don't see that boy. So he was chanting, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. And then the next he says, Guru Deva Param Brahma. Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Then how we can be narrow? Don't talk to them, don't visit their house, and don't read their books, don't eat their the consecrated food. What is this all the time making narrow? And no, one should not. That is not there. But otherwise, I am always having the respect for the Guru. So that one thing. And then asatvara. Asatvara means the not eager to get name and fame. Asatvara. Eager, no, not at all. The name and fame. I do my things, but the name and fame are dangerous. Once you get that, then again you have to keep that. As the movie artists, in one movie they are successful, and the next movie to be successful, they don't eat, they're going to gym and then doing this, doing. Oh man, earning a lot of money but can't eat, can't sleep. Then what is the use of that? And only thing that when they're coming out, then people will be waving hands and he's happy. So many people know me. Then what is there? You can't eat. And the moment they'll be giving some cucumber and this is bus. Intermittent fasting and so many things. Because what is the money for? So that is why, no, I'm just joking. This is asatvara. Asatvara means I don't want the name and fame in this world. You are becoming devata. Ebar devata hoite hoibe. And artha jigyasu, and inquisitive about the knowledge. Constantly up to what is God, how to realize God, and what happens after realization of God. That inquisitiveness, artha jigyashu. Artha means the meaning. Jigyashu, they're asking. So artha jigyashu, this is another, and anushuaha, having no negative feeling, no dosha drishti. Anushuaha, there's no dosha drishti. That whatever, that man, he cannot say like this. This is the way, if you, the sometimes it helps in administration also. When I took charge in the Narottam Nagar, then they asked me to sign, after I took the charge, they sign a letter that, that one teacher, he was misbehaving and then not doing properly his duties. So you have to sack him from this job. Then I told, the first day I am receiving this, and first day, I said, give me some time. So 1 or 2 days, that Swami was not very happy. I did all these inquiries and everything is final. Just because it is handed over, you sign. I told, I'll sign, no problem. To ask a man to go away any moment, we can do that. But this today, I am receiving a. So I then next after 1 or 2 days, when I was going round the campus, I found that that particular person, his quarter, his wife and the little daughter, they were looking at me, the new in charge, so they were curious to see. So I looked at them and thought, oh my God, what will happen if he loses the job? And this, they are innocent people, the wife and the daughter, how they will survive? Then let me see. Then I called that man in my office. Then immediately understood why my predecessor was angry with him. He's from North Calcutta, and North Calcutta boys always walk like this. Even in the offices also, he is walking like this. And he entered and said, Maharaj, how are you? I am your boss. You cannot talk to me like that. And why you are walking? You must enter with a decent way. And then I understood that he's a nice person, but he doesn't know how to behave. And he was a sports teacher, and naturally did laugh and top. Then how to reinstate him? I understood his weaknesses. Then I told, you go to the timely, or doing this, doing that. And yes, yes, yes. Swamis, the monks, they always love those who come to temple. And if they see that you are meditating and doing prostrating and offering pranam to Thakur, good man, good man. Maybe you are not, but they always like. But that way, then I took that, and when you were joining, before going to the field, because boys will go for the prayer, and after the prayer, they go to the field. In between, they will change their dress. At that time, you should go and offer pranam to Thakur. All the Swamis, they sit and meditate at that time. They will observe that you are regularly coming, offering pranam. And when they are sitting and meditating, don't go and touch their feet, but turn to them and offer pranam like this, because they are meditating. See, I taught him. After 2, 3 days, the in charge of that hostel Swami came. Maharaj, that he's not that bad, I am noticing. So, obviously, you have to be the yoga karma shukaushalam. He was a very good teacher, only he never knew how to behave. And his voice and the way of talking, a little rough. But my predecessor Swami, he was from a state where the devotees, they will always come and stand like this. Before the Swami, they will be standing like this. And here he was coming like this. So obviously, it was so difficult to adjust. So I told him to behave like this, slowly, slowly. I told, if you like, then you have to write to me that he is okay. They all gave the report once again. I called the meeting. He was there, continuing. He continued the job. So before taking any step, you have to be careful. Because most of us, when no, this way, artha jigyashu anushuya, dosha drishtihina, that is the time. So that man is behaving like this. Why? Must be some reason is there. That anushua, amoghabak, never speak unnecessarily. Amoghabak. Sometimes we say something and then we suffer. Why I have said that? So this is the problem. So one of our Shevaka was the one vice president Maharaj there. He's the attendant. So he was little heavy in his body. If you go and say, hey, why you are becoming so fat and you are not doing any work or not doing exercise, or eating only, and he will never give anything to you. He will be naturally unhappy. So we used to go to the vice president. Vice president Maharaj say, hey, give them prasad, and he will give the 3 days old prasad. But if you say, Maharaj, I think you have reduced a lot. Are you taking special? I don't say that. No, it's okay. Then fresh food he will give. So it is always that weaknesses of people are there. But amogha bhag means you should not say anything to anyone that hurts. I still remember one of our monastic brother. We were sitting in the up to 4. Yeah. So this is the last one. That we were sitting, then a family came, and two of Swami were sitting. Then the young girl and her brother and the husband wife, father and the mother. Then what happened? Suddenly, whenever you see the children, you ask, say, which class you read, and like that. He asked, which grade, which class you are reading? And the young boy said 4. And this girl also, which class? She turned his head and said 4. Immediately said, you must failed in 1 or 2 years, right? That's why you are in the same class. Now that was an insult for the girl. We do not know, maybe the same age. Maybe something happened, she was a little late. But you should not say, for the children, that is a great insult. And she started pushing it, mother, go, let us go, let us go. Then after they left, I told, why you said that? Now, bacha to, this is all children. Even then, she will never come back to any monk. Because the insult that is felt, whether she is young or not. So, amogha bhag. So let us repeat. First is amani. That means nirahankari. Man, sanman, amani. Second is amatsara. There is not jealous. Third is daksha. Is perfect in all work. Daksha. Nirmama is not having any attachment. Dira Shauhrida, he is having his great devotion for his guru. Asattara, he never craving for anything from this world, success. And then Artha Jigyasha, he is all the time curious to know about the spiritual life. Anasuya is having no the dosha drishti, negative feeling, and amogha bhav. He can control his speech. And that is the way. So when we become devata, think of it, those who are having these wonderful qualities, won't you call them the God, the godly person, saintly person? So these are the qualities we have to develop. Human being is nothing but the qualities. If you have good qualities, and you are an asset in the human society. If you are having the bad qualities, then it's the problem for the human society. But we should remember the Shankaracharya's those 3 words, Manushyattvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samastraya. These are the 3 things. Now we have got the Manushyatva. We have also got the desire to be free, mumukshutva, at least some way. And then Mahapurusha Samstraya also we have got. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself, is not only Mahapurusha, he is the God himself. His company we are getting, his ideas, coming through different Swamis, to different people, different books. But it is Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada and Vivekananda. Now we should not go back. And always I say, as it is there in the Uddhava, Pashyan Mam Atmanam Vishwam, like that, they say the Uddhava, the Krishna talked to the Uddhava and said, Uddhava, you must see me in the whole world. Then naturally, as you love me, you won't hate others. You love me and you see me in the world. So you won't be able to hate others, to see me everywhere. So that is a positive way to practice. Now, we have to become that. Why? Sattva guna. The sattva guna, the good qualities, when we are generating slowly, there are chances to become mukti, to get mukti. Otherwise, no. No. So, this is the reason Chile poshu, selfish person, hoyacho mano, esho manusha, that it is done. Now, eva devata hoite hoibe. Now, we are in the second level, manav. Now, third level, the devata, we must have to have. And these I quoted from the Bhagavata and the Uddhava and Krishna, that these are all the teachings. There are 26 qualities that the Krishna is mentioning in the Bhagavad Gita. In the 16th chapter, first, second, third, the verses. If we can develop those qualities, you are God yourself. So who are ready to become devata? So for that, you have to strive. Okay? So these are the things. All of us, I'm also in the line. So I have to, and we have to practice, we have to practice that way. Then only slowly, not only me, whoever around me will be happy. When you see the people around you are happy with you, know it for sure, divinity manifested. And when the people will see you and go away from you, oh my God, again coming. And when they see you, they will be the courtesy, oh, sir, you have come so good. I was thinking about you. So, but then when you go away, they will say, oh my God, he has stayed. Half an hour he was here, unnecessarily wasted my time. So, no, they will long for you, your company. Know it for sure, you are becoming Krishna. Krishna means karshati, akarshati. You are attracting people, not for the body, but for your soul. And the soul, as the more it is manifesting, the more it is beautiful. And that is divine. Sri Ramakrishna, when people used to long for his company, Master Moshe, he is mentioning, I don't know when I will go. Every moment I like to go to him. And the Swami Vivekananda, wherever he went, people were mad. And they wanted him to stay in their house and in America, everywhere, wherever he went. That is the manifestation of the divinity. So we have to develop those qualities, your behavior and your culture, your way of talking, everything will attract people because you are divine. So these are the wonderful qualities. If you have noted, or otherwise it will be there, slowly imbibe these wonderful qualities and keep it there and in the list and the fridge. Then every day morning before opening these, oh, these are the things. How many I have done? Two. Acha. Next today I will try to practice the third one. Next the fourth one. Like that, if you practice, take it as a game. And if you practice that way, just in that way, one day you will feel people are coming to you. Whenever the flower bloom, you need not to give any advertisement. All the bees will come. They say like that. So that is the way you have to become God. Evar devata hoite hoibe. Let that be at 2026, only few days, only 31 days or 30. So we have to take the oath this time. So I have to become a doctor, engineer, professional. That's over. Now my goal is to become devata. Thank you. Do you have any question? Mm. Do I have any microphone? Mm. No, they raised the hand fast, so slowly. Mm. Yes. Mm. Yeah, sure.
That influences a person.
Yes.
Last one you said was your faith or your
Yes.
So if I'm speaking as a mother, If you see your children suffering, and if you see them going through difficult moments, as a parent, and you have tried your best to give them the best upbringing, best, culture, but they're still suffering because of their prarabdha karma, how, as a parent, you can give them guidance that obviously we believe in Holy Mother and she will take away our suffering if we do japa. How, as parents, we can guide our children so they can cope with the effects of their karma phala.
Yeah, that is, as we always say to the other devotees, and you have heard that the Swamis are telling you people. So that's why you have to tell them, see, all the suffering that is coming from three different places. One from the nature, another from the beings, and third one from yourself, the body. So we say Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And if you pray to God, then it will be some little effect will be much, much less. So have faith and pray to God. You need not to believe it. Just you are hearing from me as a mother, I'm telling you, just pray to God. That will help. So when you have given him best education, best school, and all those things, he or she has grown up, then afterwards they are not listening to you and something happening in their life. So it happens after 18 years, all their past karmas that manifest. And up to 16, 18 years, they are all with you, whatever you say. Suddenly that changes. They become their own. Why you know? Because the prarabdha karma, that bag is open. So they also cannot control. And it goes in this way. So try to ask them, pray to God, even if you don't believe. Nothing wrong in praying like that. That will also have the effect. Thank you. Next person there, the below. Is there anyone there? No. Okay. You say. No, not you. Next. You are so close. They will be. Huh?
Obviously, a good and important virtue to have. If I take myself, I feel like because there's an inherent nature within me. Like if I take an example, being like Kshatriya type, I see that something is wrong, and I know that okay, a lot of people are calm and quiet; they're not saying anything, and I see that okay, I should not also say, but inside there's a struggle going on that I must say this is wrong. So, how would you suggest that in that kind of situation, shall I keep myself quiet and calm, not say? Because a lot of people are not saying they're okay with that. But I believe it's wrong, and in my inside is still struggling to really say and stop that. So what should be my way of?
Yeah, now you have to observe the situation. Suppose you know that when you say that, that will have the effect, of course you should say. But when you think that, no, the situation is completely different, even if I say the truth, they're not going to listen to me. Rather, their anger will come on me, which will be difficult for me to handle. Don't say anything. Because you are not strong enough to do that. But inside, you go on praying to God. God, they are making the mistake. Please give them the positive idea, positive side. That way only you can help. But when you are sure that you can give them some idea and they can help themselves, of course you should go forward to help them. Thank you. And now, yes.
Also spoke like the same thing that I was thinking in my mind about the kids. Sometimes when the kids, you try to imbibe inside them, praying to God, is it okay to forcefully kind of imbibe inside them to make the japa or chant any God's name? Does that help them in future as they're growing up to, control their prarabdha?
Of course, because not forcefully, but with some technique they have to develop that they should think that this is a play, this is a game. So you should write in this way. So one of our Swami, he developed it in this. If you write 100 times Jai Sri Ramakrishna, then you will get 2 candy. Then write 200, then 4 candy. Then like that. Then they will go on writing. because something they will do. Or if you are drawing the picture of Ma Durga or these or that, and can explain what the Durga is doing. So by that way, you can give them some game, and slowly, Jai Durga Ma, he's writing or she's writing. That way it will go inside. That is the way you have to develop the culture. But one thing you must also know, once you take the name of God, is going to help you. It never. Once you have uttered the name of God, that will help you. Yes. Oh, no, no, no.
In this journey towards Godhood, as you were explaining, what role does grace play? Ishwar Kripa, Atma Kripa, what role can grace accelerate?
The journey towards God, Atma Kripa is the first one. If you don't have the self effort, then there is no other thing. And when you are having the self effort, that means the God is always with you. Otherwise, the thought will never come to your mind. If the God is never want you to take his name, you will never ever think in that way also. So the Atma Kripa means the divine wish is there, divine. And in this particular journey towards God, the purity, this goes in this way. Krishna and Arjuna, they were, again, the mythology, the stories. Krishna and Arjuna, they were wandering here and there. Then they said, we are hungry, let us go and have some food. And there was a little heart, small heart. They went. In India, as Swami Vivekananda said, people never died out of food, out of hunger. Anytime you are hungry, go to anyone, I am your Atithi. And immediately they will come and wash your feet and give you food. So that was the tradition. Atithi Devo Bhava. Then afterwards, some people can, I am not naming because I'm sitting over there. So obviously, then all things changed. And naturally, these things are, so we have to feel in that way that I have to remember God. Then this thought has come, that means God wants me to do that. So this is the main thing. God wants. Sometimes some people, we say, oh, he is not donating money. He's so rich man, not donating money. But actually, ulta, there's something God never wants to do. Particularly Sri Ramakrishna, very choosy. If you are not good, he will never accept your money. Bring it, then he won't take. Some way, he will refuse. But when he wants, he will go and request, can you give me this? So that is the way. So we have to think, God has given me this opportunity, means God wants me to do it. He's ready, just on that other side of the door. I have to just open and I can see the God. Like that. Yeah. Yes, now, yes.
In the Brahma Gnani, you mentioned that consciousness reflected in the intellect is the ego or
yes.
the I. Is that intellect, which is going to be the medium of reflection, is that a product of the consciousness itself as well? Or if not, where does that intellect come in or come from, such that one could realize from them?
So his question, when the reflection is coming on our buddhi, and that is called intellect. And otherwise, when that reflection is not there, we are dead. So that is the main problem. It comes. So where from it comes? It truly comes from the original source. It truly comes from original source. But we misutilize it. So now that many times when the children, they play in the villages, if they get broken the piece of the mirror, they will be playing with that, putting that sunlight to this side, that side. Suddenly, if someone is coming by bicycle, they will put that light on their eyes and they will be dazzled and they may fall, and that is a joy for them. As a pain for the person who has fallen, but these children are happy that we could do this. But how they did it, and that person will come and break that piece. But that is not the piece that is doing, it is the sunlight. You can utilize the sunlight for warming the water. Many villagers in the winter time, they will be keeping the bucket full of water in the sun and then make it warm and then they bathe. That means you can utilize in any way. So if you utilize for the better, the good way, good. The bad way, it is bad. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna again gave an example. Who can remember that example? God can be.
On the pots. If you break one pot, there is sunlight in the other pots. But if you break all the pots, but still the sunlight is one and the same.
And that is one way of explaining the God is one and it is reflecting on many. But the grace of God can be utilized in both ways. How he gave that example? Oh, no. This is, if you are having a lamp, or the light of the lamp, one is reading Bhagavata, another is forging the note. So it's the same light. The God's power, it is within our intellect. And with that intellect, one is trying to help others, and with that intellect, one planning to kill others. The same intellect. And it's coming from the same God. But one is using for good and another using for bad. So this is the thing. Any more? Yes, ma'am.
Talking about yourself to give candies that 200 times, more candies 200 times. But how do you do it in older children?
The teenagers, they don't know. There's like an argument for everything.
See, as a parent, you can
You have the faith. So if the faith is lost, they are very good children doing good things, and how to guide them? This is one question from you.
So what actually, sometimes just as the group, the family group, they go to visit, you must bring them to the ashrama and then you need not to give them any advices and they will come and see the photo and see the environment. And if there is some one or two books, you can just present them. Since you have come, you can keep it, read one or two pages, that will help them. Even the grown-up person, that will help. Then sometimes they will, what I do, then when I see the grown-up boys, hey, can you please come and read few pages from Swami Vivekananda? And they don't bother about, but there's very good English they know. So they read from 3 pages and people are clapping, appreciating. It happened. That way, slowly, the mind will come. But one thing keep in mind, if you are truly devotee, your whole family will become devotee. That is true. Because that same, your thinking, your thoughts, your prayer, and your wishes, let these children and the grandchildren, they come to this good ideology, that will penetrate into their mind. A time will come, they will surely come. So in Delhi, I went to a government office. I was crossing, I don't know you people, and the officers, they sit in the rooms, and there's a corridor. We go to different officers. Then the door was open, and one gentleman was sitting. I was just crossing, seeing the Gerua. He raised and stood up and then called me. And he's an assistant secretary level, secretary and assistant secretary, very, very high position, IAS officer. I went and said, he called me. Yes, Swami, are you from Ramakrishna Mission? Yes. Will you mind if I give you some donation? We are here for donation only. I'll be so happy if you. Then he took from his drawer, he took out 5,000. In those days, 5,000 was a good money. So he took out the 5,000 and he gave it to me. Oh, now I am relieved. And what happened? My father told, I never believed in religion and all that, but my father told that if you start earning from your every month salary, at least 100 rupee or 10 rupee, you should keep aside. And then when you see the Ramakrishna Mission, Swami, give to them. Then, and father told to go to the ashram and give, but I don't have faith, so I don't know time also, and I don't know Delhi where is Ramakrishna Mission. But my father passed away, and he asked me to do that, and I could not fulfill that. For so many years is going on, accumulating. Wherever I go, I carry this bag, and any Gerua clad I ask. Today is the only time I found a Ramakrishna Mission Swami. His father said so long. And this boy, he was educated and then got the job and became assistant secretary at the level of the central government. See, that is the words of the parents. Apparently, the son, the children, they are not listening, but they are listening. And they respect the father and the mother very much. His father said, you need not to give anything to me. I am a teacher, sufficient is for me. But if you grow up and if you find any Ramakrishna Mission Swami, give them this 10 rupee from your salary every month. These also happen. You know, that with these, all these experiences, I think if the parents, they want, they can change the mind of their children. That's all. Achha, yeah, next.
তারপরে আছে to achieve those qualities, which is not easy. আমাদের মতো সাধারণ মানুষের মধ্যে প্রত্যেকের individual personality আছে, everybody is different. What you said, suppose I'm trying to achieve that, right? Fullam, and then there are so many different types of people in this world, and somebody comes and talks to me really which I don't want to hear. That's an insult, but it's something bad. How do I react? So that I don't react, or I just keep quiet, or I just go away, or
See, the first quality is you should be free from ego. Any problem with others? They should be happy. First thing. Second, you are completely free from jealousy. Any problem with others? They should be happy. And third, that you are prompt and perfect in your work. What other people will come and disturb you? You are prompt and perfect. And then it comes that no momo iti. And that is your personal thing. You are apparently showing that this is my grandchild, this is my son. But inside you know this all belongs to God. I don't know when I'm going to die, so it is okay. As long as I'm surviving, these are all mine. Then that way, Dila Hridya, that means respect for the Guru. Where is the problem with others? These qualities, if you have noted down, or anyone has noted down, no conflict with others. You are growing within. You're growing within. Thank you. Become God. No, Goddess.
One question.
Yeah.
Karma without karma phala.
How to do karma without karma? Karma phala will be there. But just give it to God. Give it to God. That's all. That's our arpanamastu. If you are just offering that, you are completely free. So I think it is okay. I'm so happy that I could come. And then I am very grateful to Sarvasthananda, my brother, that he organized everything. And Dr. Rajiv, I know him. He is the spearheading. So obviously, all these things, naturally, I'm very, very happy. See, the in-church Swami is not here, but it doesn't matter. He organized the whole thing. I came, I talked to you. You also came. And what you learned? Spirituality. So this is the way you should go, we should go. And wherever we go, it is not London Center or Chicago Center or this or that. These are all Sri Ramakrishna's places. These are all Sri Ramakrishna's places. And we have to become God. You know, that I really, really feel the more I am growing older, the more I am thinking that all other philosophy and discussions, and for the young age, it is okay. Now, when the time is short, why bother after that? First, we have to approach for the man, Esho Manusha. And then, after acquiring those qualities, next step, God. Eba devata hoite hoibe. So, next time when I come, I like to see light coming out of your body. You become devata.